Why would you? Do you think our leaders knew something and they still went ahead with it?
I know they do. I know they do. For them, it was more on changing the world order. I mean, for somebody to even come and say, there's too many of us in the planet, who are you to decide?
Sure.
Did you create the planet? Who are you to decide who must go and who must stay?
But as a leader of a country, I wouldn't allow that, though.
But this is what really
They
makes
probably
me
didn't
so
know,
upset.
though.
No, they knew.
I doubt they would
Look
allow
at the
such.
president was in Madagascar. President was in Madagascar, put his foot
Came
down.
with Mhlonyane
That
immediately,
in
yeah.
our country, we know things that strengthen immune systems. That's what we are going to use. Why couldn't Africa unite in that response? Who were they wanting to be the clever boys too in just making a decision that was not serving us? We didn't have a cure. So what was the push on vaccines that were clearly not thought through? I mean, the things that are in those vaccines, there will come a time when people will just keep dropping around us.
Don't say
and we'll
that.
be worrying. We'll be wondering what's going on. How do you explain these sudden heart attacks from young people?
Because
How do you explain these suicidal tendencies from young people? Foreign things have been introduced into our bodies. We are still going to suffer consequences on the decisions we made during COVID.
I hear a lot of people say there's like ingredients are like nanoparticles. Some people are, and don't quote me on this, guys. I mean, these are
things we read about.
We read about, and some
Fetuses.
people would say are conspiracy theories, right? They say there's nanoparticles. They say there's like graphene oxides.
Yeah.
Some people, they say there is some. Sure, it's even difficult to talk about it.
Yeah.
And then from there, I heard about that Pfizer side effects document,
Yeah.
and then I read it, and I didn't read all of it, but I saw that it had over 1,000 side effects.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you handle that? What do you think our government should do? Do you think they should come out and tell the truth to the public?
Tell the truth. They must tell the truth and liberate us. They must tell the truth so that we begin to figure out ways. I strongly believe, even if you look around us, there's this generation that, I don't have a better expression for this, but ubungoma has been made fashionable. And from where I stand, our ancestors are asking, who are you at this present moment? We are being called to go back to basics and connect to who we are and whose we are. Because we have just been exposing ourselves to being used as guinea pigs. It's enough. Our ancestors are fighting. And in their fight, instead of us paying attention and going back and doing things that we are supposed to be doing, we reading that as ubungoma. And at times it's just, we're being called to just go back to basics. South Africa is an example. People died for us to be able to sit in Rosebank like this. And how are we paying that forward? By twanging our way into sounding right and being a clever black. That's just so unfortunate.
And I remember at the time during COVID, you'd say anything that goes against what everybody was saying. It's like you'd get attacked, you'd be called names, you'd be...
Look, I have been called a quack. I have been called a denialist. They said that government pays me. That's why I say people would test to prove that they are not HIV positive. I was challenged to test to prove that I am HIV positive. And for me, it's like, bring it on.
With COVID-19 vaccines and what was happening at the time, we were all shocked. We didn't know what was going on. We had a lot of uncertainties and it was happening all over the world. Were you already aware at the time that this seems to be similar to what we experienced during the HIV time? Yeah. Or you're oblivious to it? Maybe you also went, you vaccinated, first, second, third booster.
No, I asked,
what happened?
I asked, because I did say, which I'm still waiting for the vaccine that you promised me many years ago, that an HIV vaccine is coming if it's a viral infection. There's no way you can come up with a vaccine in 6 months. No way. Unless it's a plan to depopulate us. Because there's just no way. Not with the way viruses mutate. So I wanted to understand